Welcome back, Joey on the Caribbean Weather Dude YouTube channel. Hit like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Today, talking about the time change. Yeah, I've been sleeping in every day like half an hour to an hour longer than I should be. During the winter, I was waking up at 7:30, quarter to 8, without an alarm, just bing! It's the morning time. I wake up now, and then we make this time change for no apparently fucking reason whatsoever, just to make life miserable for everybody. They're like, well, I think we should, let's tease them. We'll do away with the time change, everybody. Yay! Just kidding. Suckers, get up earlier in the morning. Do it. There it is. This is bad news.
My God.
Anything could happen.
Get on. Wow.
I'll watch the video later. They try mopping this.
So now that I've slept in 3 days in a row, like half an hour to an hour longer than I should have, it's time to talk about this crazy daylight savings time bullshit. Okay, I think we need to change it, and I have a new suggestion for how we do it. So
good idea, me.
Instead of, I know lots of people had a suggestion we do abandon it this way, abandon it that way, but I think what we need to do is we need to, have a second Groundhog Day. And when the groundhog comes out, then, and he looks around, if he sees his shadow, then we spring our clocks forward an hour. And if he doesn't see his shadow, then we burn the White House down.
I agree. Me? Yeah, good idea. Me? Okay, well, we got this group chat here for everybody on the Meteorological Report. That includes some seismologists and geologists and meteorologists and weather nerds and storm chasers and all of us that come on my show every week, Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you're back here tomorrow because we got a special guest tomorrow, a meteorologist from the TV there, Mike McCabe down in Pasco, Washington. He's going to be interviewed by our meteorologist, Mark Engel. It's going to be a good episode. So this is what we've been saying on the group chat this morning in regards to the dreaded, nasty, hysterical time change that should no longer exist. Says Justin from Weather Center, Manitoba. He says, I enjoy the longer daylight in the evenings during the summer, so my vote would be to stay on daylight savings and don't fall back if we don't have to scrap one of them. I agree with that. I prefer the long afternoon. And then I said, pretending you're King Kong is great until the acid wears off and you're just on the roof with a Barbie doll, screaming at helicopters with your ding-dong out. Meteorologist Chris Calais says, my preference is a 30-minute offset, no future time change, daylight savings time year-round, standard time year-round, solar time year-round. Okay, so these are the four things that preferences. You could one of these things, and he's awaiting the executive order from the orange turd. Okay, so what happens? A standard time year-round for me, says Hank. Says Joe Stover there up in Churchill, Manitoba. Late afternoons is my preference, I said. I don't care if it's dark in the morning or not. Fuck the mornings. Karen says, from Interior Weather and Wilderness Watchers, I prefer the late sunsets myself. I can enjoy more of the day after work. I said exactly. Besides, only slaves and losers get up early in the morning. No offense, everyone. Joe Stover up in Churchill says, that would mean a 9:50 a.m. sunrise. No, thank you. I said, yes, you in the North can do your own thing. Why should 95% of Canadians suffer the indignity of time change solely for the comfort of Churchill and tuck to yuck tuck? You can change your own clocks like suckers. We'll go on living in the real world where time is constant and infinite. Brandon Houck says, I guess that makes me a loser because he does get up pretty early in the morning. Take an early retirement, I said. Freedom 35. You can do that. Hilding Donaldson up here in Grassy Plains says, really, each of us does what we prefer, whether it's a time change or not. Only folks tied to a 9-to-5 schedule see benefits. And I said, I agree with Hilding. There's no truth anymore in a postmodern society. Everything's relative. Exactly, yes. There's a benefit. I finish my work day at noon, says Brandon Houck. More than 60% of the world's countries follow standard time all year. Most of the United States, with the exception of Arizona, Hawaii, the Navajo Nation, U.S. territories of American Samoa, Guam, Northern Mariana Islands, Puerto Rico, and the United States Virgin Islands have between standard daylight time. Daylight savings time starts in the U.S. on Sunday in March and ends on the first Sunday in November. States that observe daylight savings get their clocks set for 1 hour. You know this. Okay, anyways. So says Phyllis C. Z. M.D. PhD, there's always been a debate in regards to daylight savings time. Science has evolved over the last decade to show the transition between standard time and DST is associated with bad health consequences. The big question on the table right now is, should it be permanent standard time or permanent DST time? That's the big question. That's right. It's huge question. Huge question. What is daylight savings time? We know what daylight savings time. Okay. Potential barrier to sleep. Sleep homeostasis. Now, don't get upset just because it says homeo. That's not a DEI term. Okay, the desire to sleep that builds from the moment you wake up through bedtime. That's sleep homeostasis. Then there's their circadian rhythm. Okay, that's the body's natural 24 biological clock, including the sleep-wake cycle that regulates the timing of sleep at night and wakefulness during the day. Your circadian rhythm is set by the timing and amount of bright light exposure a person gets during the day. With DST, between March and November, your body's exposed to less morning light and more evening light, which can throw off your circadian rhythm. When your internal clock is out of sync with the sun's clock, you feel tired in the morning and awake in the evening. By throwing off your circadian rhythm, you also throw off your sleep homeostasis. As a result, sleep health is at stake, along with a number of functions in your body. The dog is sneaking upstairs. He's like, why is Dad yelling? I don't understand. I didn't do anything wrong. He's going to go hide. You're a good boy, Kenny. You're a good boy. Kenny's a good boy. Dad's not mad at you at all. I'm just insane. Okay, legally, perhaps. Daylight savings time is a broader health hazard. It can lead to depression, slowed metabolism, weight gain, and cluster headaches. That's true. Daylight savings time has been linked to increased risk of certain disorders like having to get up in the morning and go to work earlier, which totally sucks and is bullshit. But also cardiovascular disease and a higher risk of heart attacks, injuries, including a spike in fatal car accidents. That's right. So you Monday morning you get up tired. Sometimes it only takes about 5% off to just make your 5% numbing of your senses in order for your brain to just not see something that's coming at you at 100 kilometers an hour, and that could be the last thing you ever do, right? So it's like, and people die just to go to work. Anyways, stroke rate, it can change your stroke rate. And by stroke rate, I don't think they're talking about masturbation. They're talking about something that happens in your head there when you get a blood clot in your brain. Mental health and cognitive issues. I mean, I've already got problems with that to begin with. Digestive and immune-related diseases such as colitis. Got problems with that to begin with too, but you don't need to know about that. I did have tuberculosis, as a matter of fact, and nearly died from tuberculosis. And one of the unfortunate side effects is I had to take the world's most craziest concoction of antibiotics for 10 straight months. And that's what saved my life. But thank you to the Center for Disease Control in Vancouver for saving my life with this miracle technology called antibiotics, which if you really need it, can be a lifesaver. So problem with the antibiotics is it really shredded my insides out. And I've had a trouble with digesting lots of different things off and on over the years. It's gotten better, but it never fully got. I mean, when I was sick for about 2 or 3 years after, I couldn't eat bread. I'd go have a nap, right? So anyways, that's a side story. I just wanted to fill you in on some of the health problems that I actually suffer from myself. Okay, steps to save sleep during daylight savings time. 1, quit your job. Stop fucking playing a part of the system. Do whatever the hell you want. Sleep as much as you want. Keeping a sleep routine is another option, though, for those of you who can't. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Yeah, right. I take medication to make sure I get 7 hours of sleep, man. Okay. Chasing the morning light for 1 to 2 days leading up to the switch to daylight savings time. Get outside in the morning. More natural morning light can help preserve your circadian rhythm. Through daylight savings time, spend as much time outside in the mornings as you can. Dude, it was minus fucking 8.5 this morning. It was horrible. Who wants to go outside in that? Eliminating sleep disturbances. Avoid excessive amounts of caffeine. Oh, I failed on that one this morning, as you can tell. Avoid alcohol. Ding! In fact, what's the date today? Is today the 12th? That means tomorrow is my sober anniversary. What are we looking at? Probably 53, 54 months. I don't know. 5 years coming in July. So that's 59 months in June, 58 months in May, 57 months in April, and 56 fucking months sober. I'm awesome. Okay. Okay. Exercising in the morning. Activity raises your body temperature, which can increase your wakefulness and help reset your internal clock. Okay. And there's some other articles that says I might also like, but actually I didn't even like this article. It was incredibly bland and boring, so I'm not going to read any more of your articles whatsoever. Sorry, Health Beat, but I could care less about anything you're actually saying. I just thought I'd grab the most convenient article. Thank you for that article, Health Beat. That's what I meant to say. Thanks for allowing me to. Okay, hit like, share, subscribe, everybody. Feeling funny today. My coffee episodes are always the fun ones where I just feel like having fun. I got no one to talk to here most days, and talk to you gets the social energy out of me a little bit, and I can go on to. Honestly, I spend most of my time here like this. So you watch me on the YouTube, you're like, that's one crazy fucking guy. And I'm sitting here meditating, practicing kung fu, studying, relaxing, making YouTube videos, editing, asking people to like, share, and subscribe and tell a friend, come back again to the channel, stuff like that. Okay, everybody. Bye now!